In a small, quiet room filled with soft lamplight, a fluffy kitten sat contentedly on the couch, locked into a news broadcast. It nibbled its burger like nothing else in the world mattered. On the screen, a strange shape rotated, a mysterious, ominous virus beginning to spread. The kitten kept chewing, still blissfully unaware of what that tiny, spiky symbol would soon unleash. And then it clicked. Not an infection, but a realization. The kitten froze, pupils dilating in slow motion, burger falling from its fuzzy grip. The headlines screamed chaos. No one was safe anymore. Not humans, not dogs, and not even wide-eyed little cats. With panics urging through every whisker, the kitten prepared. Mask secured, disinfectant bottle locked and loaded. It sprayed everything, door handles, the floor, and even its own paws. It followed the rules, stayed home, and didn't sniff any strangers. But even with perfect precautions, something deeper had already started, something inside. Despite all efforts, the change came anyway. The kitten curled under the blanket, but its body refused to stay the same. Fur hardened, a strange texture emerged, like armor forming from beneath. No warning, no pain, just an irreversible shift. It woke up, not as it once was. Gone was the fluff, replaced by scales, sharp geometric plates crawling across its skin like an alien shell. The kitten opened its mouth to scream, but the shock froze everything. This wasn't illness, this was transformation. Now outside, alone, the kitten wandered. People passed by, not with concern, but indifference. Their eyes slid over its twisted form like it was invisible. All the softness, the love it once brought into the world, ignored and erased by fear. Then came the cruelty, not just silence but laughter. Pointed fingers, flashing phones capturing every second. The world didn't ask what happened to the kitten, it only asked, is this worth going viral? Of course, every tragedy needs a chase. The moment fear enters the air, the predators follow. Down the alley it ran, paws pounding the concrete, chased by snarling dogs. Each bark cut like glass, a chorus of judgment echoing off the bricks. Trapped in a corner, it flinched as mist sprayed its face. A masked woman held the bottle like a weapon or a shield. Was this kindness or cleansing? The kitten didn't dare to decide. It only knew the sting. Under flickering street lamps, the kitten sat in silence. Tears pooled and fell, joining the damp sidewalk beneath it. Friends? Gone. Fur? Gone. Hope? Flickering, barely there, but just when the darkness nearly won, light flashing red and blue, an ambulance door swung open. Inside, two people didn't run, they didn't point, they reached out. They saw not the mutation, but the pain beneath it. The procedures began immediately. Needles, beeping monitors, harsh fluorescent lights, but also something new, gentle handling. The kitten braced itself, unsure if this was healing or just another round of hurt. But this time, someone stayed. A second figure entered, softer, calmer, a formula in one hand, a kind smile behind the mask. This wasn't just medicine, it was mercy. These hands didn't fear the armor. They knew how to reach the soul beneath. And then something began to shift. Doctors stood still, mesmerized by what they saw. The virus once feared was changing again. But this time it wasn't destruction, it was rebirth. Something beautiful was emerging. And then at last, Fluff, real Fluff, glowing with warmth and life. The kitten stood tall, its coat brighter than ever. It had endured the unthinkable and emerged not broken but rebuilt, back in its favorite spot. Burger clutched gently. The kitten watched that same virus spin on screen. But now it didn't react, it simply blinked. It had faced the darkness and returned stronger, softer, wiser. In a world where danger can come from anywhere, mutations, viruses, or even your own Wi-Fi, there's one shield that always works. Proton VPN is your invisible armor online. Whether you're a fluffy survivor or just browsing late-night memes, you deserve protection that doesn't flinch. Secure your digital journey the way Fluff secured his comeback. Try Proton VPN today. No drama, just defense. Links in the description. If this story made your heart ache or your tail twitch, hit that like button. Subscribe for more animated stories that tug at your soul and remind you that even after mutation, you can still be magnificent.